Namaste. Breath. While everybody breathes, there are very few who actually understand what the breath is doing to them, how it's doing to them, and that breath can actually be a fantastic way to get to good health and wellness. Food is known to be medicinal, so is water or liquids and so on. But if they are medicinal, or if they can be medicinal, your breath can be much more so. Most people pay zero attention to their breath, so they don't understand what the breath is doing and what it can do. So once you start becoming a breath watcher, once you start watching your breath, once you start exploring your breath, you may discover amazing things about your breath that you normally just cannot be aware. So for example, if I ask you to take a slow, deep breath in, most of us will probably feel the breath go in and maybe go up till the chest level, and probably that's the end of it. Some people who breathe right may feel the breath is going up, turning down, going down towards the belly button area. Okay, that's an improvement. And there are some who may be aware that when they take the breath can actually go all the way down to the Mooladhara or the perineum. Now, this may be counterintuitive, in terms of what we understand about the breath and the mechanics of breath and so on, with the lungs and so on. But there are aspects to our breath, to our being, that many of us just cannot be aware, or just because we've not paid attention, we've never noticed, we've never tried to understand. Be that as it may. So this is one aspect of it. But did you know that there are actually at least 3 major channels, which I call the Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh channels, for your breath to go all the way down to the Mooladhara and all the way up to the Sahasrara. There are 3 parallel channels, so to speak. One of them feels as if it's going right through the center of the body. And that's fine, no worries with that. Most people are aware of this. There is a second channel which runs up along the spine. Some people tend to breathe down the spine. Some practices also advise breathing down the spine. I absolutely don't agree with that. I don't subscribe to that at all. And I say the breath up the spine should be our real technique. So let it go down towards the center, towards the Mooladhara, towards the perineum, and then channel it up along the spine. So these are the 2 that many may be aware. But there is also a third channel, which I call the Brahma channel. In my understanding, or what I have observed, most people do not have too much awareness of this Brahma channel, and it's permanently blocked for most. Think of the Brahma channel as the one that brings all the subtle aspects of the Panch Mahabhutas, or the 5 elements. The subtle aspects of the 5 elements, they are brought down towards the Mooladhara, where they collect at the bottom, at the base of the Mooladhara, to charge or recharge the Kundalini. But if this does not happen constantly, regularly, the Kundalini, which I sometimes liken to a well, think of the Kundalini as a well, from which we keep drawing energy, we keep drawing and so on, but we never recharge. So in time, after some time, the well begins to run dry. So in that sense, the Kundalini begins to get depleted. But if you learn to breathe down the third channel, and then if you learn techniques like the lotus opening, which I share in my various breathwork classes, especially in the Swatantra Kriya, which is again a very powerful system that takes you on a journey internally, of course, through all the 3 channels and a lot more. In the process, you are able to cleanse your nadis, you are able to cleanse the different chakras simply with the power of breath. And as you manage to clean and cleanse all these chakras and nadis, your energy system undergoes a big overhaul. And remember, if energy flows well through you, through your being, you can use energy to heal yourself in innumerable ways. Innumerable ways. So familiarize yourself with the three channels first, and then learn techniques of what I call the lotus opening, which is like a inner vasodilation. So it's like an inner expansion which allows all these three channels to work beautifully. And then, of course, as you learn the harmonium breath, or sometimes I call it the accordion breath, you can start doing amazing things to your pranamaya kosh, to your energy body. So take advantage and learn, and connect with me if you like. I'll be very glad to guide you. Some of these sessions, some of these classes may be a little expensive, but they are well worth what you learn, because while people are mostly focused on their food, water, etc., breath, which is without which we can't live even 5 minutes, 5 minutes no breath and it's bye bye. Yet breath is the one thing that nobody pays attention to. So hopefully you'll go on a bit of an exploration with your breath, learn a little more, and take advantage of it. Namaste.